You have likely found this video because you yourself are not having a great time at work. In fact, if you are seeking help on YouTube, it's probable that you've come to suspect you're dealing with more than just a difficult personality at your workplace. The word bully is often used to describe someone that likes to dominate, is pushy, and takes advantage of others' vulnerabilities. Although these factors are often very real behaviors of a workplace bully, the true impact of their abuse can be far more traumatic. Having daily contact with a workplace bully can make going to work a dreaded experience. It can leave victims questioning their sanity and many times can even threaten a promising career. In this video, we'll discuss the various types of workplace bully and how to recognize if you're the victim of one. Be sure to watch to the end, as we're also going to tell you exactly what you can do about it. Did you ever think your workplace could turn into a battlefield? A place where you're constantly under attack, not by guns or bombs, but by words, actions, and attitudes. If this is your reality, you are like so many employees all over the world who become victims of workplace bullying, a pervasive and destructive issue that often goes unnoticed and unaddressed. Workplace bullying is a calculated move by one or more individuals in a professional setting to belittle, intimidate, or undermine another person persistently. It's not the occasional disagreement or high-pressure moment that we all experience in our jobs. No, it's a consistent pattern of behavior intended to make the victim feel less than, unworthy, and alone. It's crazy, but 1 in 4 employees has reported experiencing bullying in their professional lives. Many more suffer in silence, their stories untold, their pain unacknowledged. The trauma associated with workplace bullying is very real and should not be underestimated. The constant stress and anxiety can cause severe mental health issues, including depression and post-traumatic stress disorder. It can also lead to physical health problems, such as high blood pressure, digestive issues, and sleep disorders. The workplace should be a secure, supportive environment. But for victims of bullying, it can become a place of fear and dread. Bullies do not carry a signboard. They come in all shapes and sizes, hiding behind masks of authority, friendship, and even charm. Let's start with one type that you might be familiar with, the screaming Mimi. This is the bully who isn't afraid to raise their voice, to yell, and to create a scene. Their aggressive behavior is unnecessary but is designed to intimidate others into submission. Often their unprofessional conduct occurs when they've got you alone, as this has a more impact and hides their abuse from others. But remember, their over-the-top behavior is just a cover for their own insecurities. Then we have the two-headed snake. This type of bully is a master of deception. In front of you, they may be sweet as sugar, offering kind words and promises of support. But behind your back, they spread rumors, undermine your work, and stab you in the back. They literally are a wolf in sheep's clothing. Next, we've got the gatekeeper. This is the bully who uses their position of power to control resources. They may withhold important information, stand in the way of opportunities, or simply make your life miserable by making your work more difficult. They get a kick out of the power they hold and use it to manipulate and control others. Each of these bullies has their own unique traits, their own ways of wielding power and causing distress. They operate differently, but their goal is the same: to assert dominance, to control, and to instill fear. However, there are 2 more types of bully to add to the list, and these are the most extreme bullies of all. They are masters of manipulation, experts in exploitation, and their actions can cause serious damage. First up is the narcissist. They believe that they are superior to everyone else. They have an inflated sense of self-importance and a deep need for excessive attention and admiration. But don't be fooled by this show of bravado. It's really a smokescreen hiding a fragile self-esteem that's vulnerable to the slightest criticism. And what happens when a narcissist feels threatened? They lash out, often resorting to bullying tactics to assert their dominance and regain their sense of control. On the surface, these narcissists may seem charming, charismatic even. But don't let their performance deceive you. They'll use manipulation, deceit, and intimidation to push their agenda. Gaslighting is their second language. They don't experience empathy like normal people, which means they don't care about the impact they have on others. Then there is the corporate psychopath. They are heartless, manipulative, and ruthless in their pursuit of power and success. They'll step on anyone and anything to climb the corporate ladder. Corporate psychopaths are particularly dangerous because they are often in positions of power. They are the ones who will enable a toxic work environment, promoting a culture of fear and intimidation. They're talented at manipulating others and have a knack for getting away with it. Extreme bullies like these can cause serious damage. They can crush your self-esteem, ruin your relationships, and even sabotage your career. It's especially brutal when the bully is your manager, the person in the company that has influence over your reputation, salary, promotion, and workload. Imagine it's Monday morning and your heart is already pounding as you walk through the office doors. The source of your apprehension isn't the workload or the looming deadline, it's your boss. It's ironic that the biggest challenge you face at work is not the job, but the one person that is meant to have your back. Bullying from a boss can take many forms, both subtle and overt. On one end of the spectrum, there's the boss who constantly belittles your efforts, dismisses your ideas, or takes credit for your work. They may set unrealistic expectations and deadlines, then berate you for not meeting them. This might be done under the guise of constructive criticism. But if it's persistent and damaging to your self-esteem, it's bullying. On the other end, there's the boss who resorts to shouting, name-calling, or personal attacks. This is a clear-cut case of bullying, but remember, the absence of such overt behavior doesn't mean you're not being bullied. It's also important to note that bullying isn't always direct. It can be indirect, such as spreading malicious rumors about you, or excluding you from important meetings and decisions. It can make you dread going to work and can even impact your life outside the office. In some cases, companies may turn a blind eye to such behavior, especially if the boss in question is driving profits. But remember, your well-being should never be sacrificed for the company's bottom line. No one should fear going to work. When you realize that you are the target of a workplace bully, it's vital to stay composed and take strategic steps. First, maintain a detailed record of the bullying incidents. This should include date, time, location, and the people involved. If you are alone with the bully when the abuse occurs, follow up your interaction with an email summarizing the discussion, detailing what was said. This way you have it in writing. Documenting the bullying will serve as evidence if you decide to escalate the matter. It's also important to seek support. This can come from trusted colleagues, friends, or family. You may find comfort in knowing that others understand and can empathize with your situation. In some cases, they might have experienced something similar and can offer practical advice. Setting boundaries is another crucial step in dealing with workplace bullying. Bullies often exploit perceived weaknesses, but standing firm against their attacks can make them back off. Politely but firmly communicate that their behavior is unacceptable and that you expect to be treated with respect. Remember, it is okay to say no when you're uncomfortable. Be careful though, if the bully is a narcissist, calling out their behavior to their face could result in further retaliation. It is important to speak out though. Raising your concerns to another person of authority in the organization may be a better course of action. Even if your boss is a very senior manager, staying silent could only work against you in the future if things were to turn really bad. You can also seek professional help. Therapists or counselors can provide strategies to cope with the stress and anxiety caused by bullying. If the bullying continues despite your efforts, using your company's grievance procedure might be the best option available. Blowing the whistle on this predator may be the only way to stop them in their tracks. You may also consider legal action. Laws vary by region, but many places have legislation against workplace bullying, particularly if they are clearly discriminating against you. Consult with a legal professional to understand what your rights are and how you can protect them. In extreme cases, the best course of action is to find a new job. Fighting the bully can bring as much anxiety as tolerating their abuse, particularly if your company enables this bad behavior. For your own mental health, don't be afraid to walk away. It's crucial to remember that you're not imagining this toxic behavior, and more importantly, you're not alone. Many people have faced workplace bullying and have successfully overcome it. There are numerous resources available online and in your community to support you. Reach out, connect, and take back your power. You don't need to tolerate bully behavior. It's deceptive, it's controlling, and it's unfair. But as they love to say, it's just business. Give that like button a push and don't forget to subscribe. If you are considering raising a formal grievance, be sure to check out this video first.